Oh, hello. Oh, wait, the microphone's over there. Hello there. Hang on. What are you doing over there? There you go. Come a bit closer. I won't bite, don't worry. Right. Hey, Dilshan. Just in time for the monster ski competition. Anyone designed for this? Well, I mean, if anyone's got their design done already, then my goodness. They must have pulled an all-nighter. But I'm going to be working on mine. Obviously, I'm not actually entering. My entry is invalidated before I've even started. But it's going to be fun all the same. And hopefully it will spark some ideas. Not quite bold, but yeah, just literally come from straight from the barbershop. I smelled I smelled a manipulation competition. You sensed it.
What's up?
Yeah. You going to enter, Dilshan? Come on. You know you want to.
You know you want to.
Okay, right. So, for anyone who is wondering, what on earth are you all talking about? Before I do that, actually. Before I do that, I should probably share a link to my Kosh. There we go. We'll just pin this to the top of the stream. So this is Photoshop First Class. This is like beginner to intermediate level. In the masterclass, which you can find at the bottom of this page, that stuff dives deeper into like the really advanced photo manipulation stuff. So if that's the kind of thing that interests you, there's entire modules dedicated to the kind of thing we're going to do here, drilling down into all these different tools and techniques. Or you could just watch me do something here on the live stream. I'm probably going to try and stream working on my entry a few times. I would love for more people to enter and just to, if you're new to Photoshop or if you use Photoshop but you're not got the confidence to have a crack at something like this, I want to encourage you to create something and enter and feel confident creating it. So there's lots of different tools, techniques, and tricks and things that we'll go through. That's not only going to make your entry look better, but hopefully it'll give you the confidence to kind of do more of this stuff. Yeah, this is just one idea. I've got a couple of other ideas as well. And you could also ask ChatGPT for some ideas. You could throw these images into ChatGPT and say, hey, give me some ideas what I can create. It's obviously going to be Halloween themed. This was the first thing that came to mind, but I've got some other ideas as well. I think these are really good images. Like, I don't want to toot mine and Poppy's horn, but we really did spend a lot of time trying to pick images that that had lots of stuff in them. So you really can just chop little bits and pieces out of the images and effectively Frankenstein them together. But when it comes to a good photo manipulation piece, the first part is literally getting all the images and the building blocks and putting it together. And that's what we're going to be doing a lot of today, coming up with a really cool idea. And this kind of part where you're just literally, we're not doing effects, we're not compositing, we're just literally putting the building blocks in place. And this is like, I would compare this to, say, the equivalent of sketching ideas for a logo on paper or on the iPad or whatever. You're just sketching out rough concepts. It doesn't need to look good. It's not finished by a long stretch, but we've got to get a good idea that we go, ooh, that has potential. I'm going to spend hours honing that idea. So we've got to make sure that the foundation we're going to build for our piece is rock solid. We can still add to it later on. We're going to add loads of stuff, and the creative process is wibbly wobbly and always, it's never a straight line, but we've got to have a solid foundation. So that's what I'm going to try and get today. But we'll see what ideas happen. We're keeping them all in the same orientation, just because I think it's easier to have it structured like this. Otherwise, you just end up with all sorts of weird and wonderful sizes. So we're just going to go with a 3:4 portrait orientation. Where's your hair master? It's gone. It's gone. He's eaten it all. Oh, you like the video? Oh, good. Yeah, we had fun doing that. I think it was a mixture of creepy and just utter madness and ridiculous. Okay, right, I need some music on. We'll grab the images. Have I got the images? So these are the 10 images. You have to use at least 5, but if you don't want to use all 10, it's fine. I'm not going to force you to use all 10. But you can, of course, use as many as you like, as long as you have a minimum of 5 images in there.
Use them all. Use them all.
Use them all. Right. Okay, you're working. Yeah. So we've got a castle. We've got the turret of the castle. Lots of bits of building, so you could chop this up and make your own building or structure. We've got some trees and we've got some sky. So if you want like a dark, moody, stormy sky, that could be very good. We've got a crow. Not much else you could take from this, really. This bit's kind of out of focus. Got the grating here, but the crow, and if you want color, you're going to have to add it yourself. Very doable. Joker card here. That's kind of the main focal point of this image. Lovely landscape. So here we've got land, we've got mountains, we've got sky, we've got water. You could slice this up and rebuild an entirely new landscape if you wanted. This is a very, I want to say, aggressive lantern. So we've got lots of like ornate, I guess that's the right word, ornate detailing here. We've got a chain, which you could use. We've got the lantern itself. And then we've got these sort of spiked bits down here on the bottom. So again, you know, this is a bit more manufactured. So we could slice this up and build that into something else. A door, a transformer box, some steps, some nice texture there. A few different pumpkins. Got to get a pumpkin in there, right? So you've got like 3 there if you want. And we've got some wood texture if you wanted a surface or anything. Skeleton. The great thing about this image is actually you've got like goodness knows how many bones. So if you wanted to cut out all the different bones and build it into something else, hey, you go for it. Tools, again, you could slice bits and pieces out of these. And we have a dress or a wedding dress. And we have lots of wood texture as well. And again, like a light switch. So with most of these images, with the exception of the crow, I tried to make it so you really can just kind of take little bits and pieces. So like if you were to take just, I don't know, a rib from this one image, that's fine. That's within the rules. You don't have to take the whole thing or at all. Yes, we did all the video editing. Yeah. The song was mostly AI, and Poppy did like some backing vocals and harmonizing and all that musical stuff. But then the editing, yeah, we did that all in-house. I saw that image and set of castle images in a Gumroad link. Hadn't time to do something. So yeah, these are the images. So what I've done is I've kind of just plonked them into the document. These are the sizes I'm working to. So a 3:4 ratio. And at this part of the process, I'm just using the selection tools here to make the quickest selections possible, because I don't want to spend time cutting stuff out if I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to use it yet. So this is version 1. We'll do a version 2. So we've got castle in the middle of a lake, which is kind of cool. I like it. I do have another idea though that I want to play around with. So what is this idea? So we'll get back to the original images a little bit. So what I've done is I've kind of plonked these in and made them all smart objects, so I can scale them up and down without kind of losing the quality. So this one here, this castle, select subject. Again, that's another great way to quickly select something and just add a layer mask. Oh no. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Goodness me. If anyone's got any ideas, by the way, don't shout them out. Keep them to yourself. I just thought about that. Then don't share them with me. If you got a good idea, you keep it secret. So I'm just going to literally start. I mean, I'm thinking like a castle on the mountain, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, ignore the fact it all looks weird and off at the minute. We don't need to worry about that. Skeleton. So I did have this idea of having like a boss from like a video game almost, like the skeleton being the boss. In fact, let me show you how good. Hang on. Where is it? Let me grab the original skeleton. We'll start from scratch. Yeah, this is how good the new selection is in Photoshop. This is insane. So select subject. If you've got a plain background or it's not too complicated, select subject is so good. It's just ridiculous. It's so flipping good. We will need to get rid of the pole, I think. So skeleton, convert to smart object, and we just duplicate it into the main document. This is the process that I've gone through pretty much all of them. So then we just start positioning them. Like how big is Monsieur Skeleton gonna be? And then we can add a layer mask. And let's crop this off somewhere. Where should we crop it off? Maybe sort of like the pelvis, maybe. So we're going to stick them in the lake. There we go. Nice. Very good. We'll sort the hands out as well. This looks a bit weird at the minute, but we just got to like really compose this. I probably need to get some inspiration actually as well. But I want to size this up and compose it right. Yeah, I feel like I want to turn this skeleton into like a lake boss, like a boss from like a game, maybe Dark Souls or an Elden Ring or something. There's like a castle in the background, and I don't know why there's pumpkins everywhere. Let's get some more pumpkins. So we're pumpkin 1, 2, and 3. So we'll get rid of the mask. Object selection tool, really good. Just use it to grab this pumpkin here. Mask it, save and close, and then we've got another pumpkin in there. Do the same for this one. Typically, if something has like a really hard defined outline, or if it's like manufactured, like a product, that's when I would use the pen tool. So I will go and refine these selections at some point. But right now, we just need to put them in somewhere, really. Could put a pumpkin inside his ribcage and give him pumpkin eyes. I don't know. Oh, really? Select. It doesn't do a very good job. Are you on the latest version? I'm using 26.11.0. Oh, no. Sorry, Paul. If you go to Settings, General, I can tell you why, actually. Where is it? Image processing. Select subject and remove background. You want it using the cloud one. So by default, I think it's set to this. So if you're happy to have it processed in the cloud, it will give you a better result. But you set it here. So once you've set the default there, and then you just go your select subject, it's going to use that cloud processing as the default. You can also select a selection tool. Where is it? And you can select it here. So with the object selection tool, you can choose it there as well. But you can see I've set the default one to always be that. And then just hit select subject. Monitor hertz, 60, I think, or 59 point something. But yeah, that'll give you a better instant select subject selection. Hey, care. Right. What else have I got? One, two. Well, I've definitely covered off the five images, I think. Tools. Got some scissors that I've masked out, but then there is the whole tool set. Wedding dress. Put the dress on the skeleton. Maybe. And shred it. Rip it, I don't know. I think I'll work on this. Yeah, I don't think I'll have the dress like this, but I think I will. Maybe I will add it as like some rags or something, like it was wearing something and it's blowing in the wind. Let's get rid of the scissors. I've got the Joker card. I don't know what to do with that, whether to like pin it to his head. Or a rib. Or, oh god, there's so many ideas. You could have the pumpkin inside as a heart, and then have the scissors going into it or something with the card. Like it's kind of the scissors have stabbed the card into the heart. I mean, it sounds very dark and everything, but hey, it's Halloween. Oh, God, yeah. It's getting the composition right as well. And the bird, or the crow. Where's the crow? Pop him on the shoulder. Be like a little companion to the boss. I mean, we could even get rid of the pelvis and just extend the spine and have it twisting and weaving like this horrific creature, or give it pumpkin organs, or use the pumpkins to create our own organs, like a liver and a set of lungs, or, God, my goodness, you could do anything. How do we enter? That's a very good question. There is a link. Where is the link actually? Is it in the if you go to Dansky.com, I'll show you. If you go to Dansky.com, you got the main graphic here. Click that. That will go to the video, I think. But then down here, there's a link to join the community. Sign up and then join the Discord. You should get emailed an invite. And all the details, the images and everything, how to enter is all in the Discord. There's like a dedicated Monster Ski 2025 channel. Sus. Pumpkin ass. Hey, Betsalil. Right, what we're going to do with these pumpkins? We could have something like that in the foreground, maybe. Like, sort of framing it. We could build some pumpkins into the landscape. What about the skeleton at that size? We could. Let's go and extend this. And I could... Yeah, let's go like this. And we'll just add to the selection, keep going down. So I'm just trying to isolate this arm onto its own layer. I don't know what bone that's called, but I'll call it forearm. Now I should be able to rotate this. I'm entirely sure how this is going to look and what the hand's is doing. We could have it holding something like a pumpkin. What about this one? Okay, so forearm. Call it left. Forearm right. Oh, that's forearm my right at least. There we go. We'll do that. And come down here. Carefully just lasso around there. Oh, it's a bit sloppy, but we can always go back and clean that up. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Just hold shift to add to the selection. There we go. And add the layer mask. Select subject. So it's a bit fiddly, but I'm just trying to set this up properly. It's just going to give me a lot more flexibility. We've got to get rid of the arm. From this one. There we go. I should be able to rotate it. There we go. Ooh, this could work. Do we have the pelvis? I don't know. I might actually get rid of the pelvis. Let's just try lassoing around that. And if anyone does have like a rough idea of what they're doing and they kind of Frankenstein their idea together, please do share it. I'd love to see what you've come up with. Or even if you want to DM it to me, if you don't want to share it, just in case it's like someone else, you know, takes your idea or whatever, like that's fine. I get that, but share it with me privately, and I'll have a gander. I'm not gonna like review anything properly until afterwards, just so it's kind of fair for everyone. But if you like, for example, if you're a course member and you have questions about certain techniques, like obviously I'm still there to provide that support. Yeah, I might extend to the spine. I don't know. You could have it going into the water, get a nice reflection. Could have pumpkins everywhere, turn it into pumpkin land. I could add a pumpkin to the head. I could give him pumpkin eyes, give him a pumpkin anatomy. Have it holding a pumpkin. Face looks like it's laughing. We could remove some teeth. Get rid of all the teeth. God, we really could do... Yeah, it's quite a lot we can do, actually. You know, what we could do is we could take the bird's legs and point them backwards, cut out the wing, paste it in, and then rotate it around and try and make it look like the bird's in flight. You can tilt the beak up here. There's lots of stuff that we can do. The castle, where's the castle gone? Yeah, so I've got to figure out how that's going to fit around. Can't really see it with the thing in the way. Unless you had the castle. That doesn't really work. One, two, three, four. Okay, so it's 4 images at the minute. This has got some quite good spikes on it. It's got chains as well. The chain, that could be really good. The angles as well. It could be tricky to match up. Got spikes. I could get them. I want that chain. Let's try grabbing the chain. See if we can do something with that. I could have him chained up. Lots of chains going around them. Then we could warp the chains so they're kind of bending around the body. Maybe we could have loads of chains. Hey, Mish. Hey, Pixel. Oh, okay, Paul. Awesome. I wonder if I could... I don't know how this will work with the angle. I'm just going to try chopping out this bit here. It might work. Oh, dang. That could actually work pretty well. I'm not sure what we're going for here.
Crown.
Some sort of ornamental crown. That works, actually. I could contort that a little bit to fit the shape of the head. So this is the Skeleton King hiding in a lake somewhere. So we're literally just focusing on the idea. We're not doing anything else beyond that for now. We definitely want to get this right before charging ahead. Do we put a dress on? There's got to be like some rags at least. It'd be a waste to not put that on. Or we could have it as like a veil above the face. spikes as well. I want to give him like a pumpkin heart or something. All right, how are we gonna... Oh, it's gonna be tricky. Oh, whoops. Let's name the layers correctly, Dan. That would help. Right, where does the heart go? It's right about there, I think. Something like that. We'll rotate it around. And then we've got two. We'll get rid of it. Go to the brush tool. Work with a hardness of 80% or something like that. And we're just going to brush this in roughly where it will go. Layer masking here is going to be an absolute must. So we need to try and sandwich this in between the ribs. We don't need that. That's the stem bit. We're just going to get this in nice and rough. There we go. Nice. A bit more here. Whoop. And when it comes to this sort of photo manipulation stuff, having a good idea, balancing your exposure, your color, and then getting your shadows and highlights good, that is going to be the most fundamental thing to get right. If you get one of those things wrong, it just won't look as good as it could do. And they're the things that I see all the time with photo manipulation, especially when I review work. So many great ideas, but they don't have like the fundamentals for compositing down. There we go. Pumpkin heart. Oh dear. Can I use extra images? Nope. Just those 10. No extra images. You can use brushes. Oh yeah, you gotta watch the video, Moosh. We got baguettes in there. And a Hoover guitar solo. Maybe I need to be more specific in the description. So you cannot use any other images apart from the 10 provided. And of those 10, you have to use at least 5. So if you've got a cool idea like this, for example, that's like 5 images or 6, there's no point trying to force and crowbar in the other images. All right. We could even try and do something with the head. Oh, I've just had maybe a good idea. Oh, this could be quite good, actually. I'll try something. Right. So I'm going to cut around. How am I going to cut this? Maybe like this. Around the teeth. I'm using the lasso tool now because I'm using it on a pen display, so it's a little bit easier to control, but also it's just far quicker than the pen tool, for now at least. If I want to do this, I will come back and pen tool it probably. we go. And then we're gonna get the rest of the head in there. We're gonna separate the top of the head from the jaw. So how am I gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? There we go. Yeah, remove it from this one. I think I'm going to do a lot of work on the skeleton actually. So let's throw a background image in there, just so we can see. You can like see any bits that get left over, and then you can see how useful layer masks are. They just give us like more flexibility. And we could separate that up and go do anything really. Have part of the head falling off. I don't know. Oh, that's freaky. So what would this be? Skull top. I wonder if we could do something like this. Do like a flaming something. Make it truly into its own beast. And I think for the crown as well, we could probably build that out with the lantern. So this edge here, I could probably sculpt some of that. So hopefully this is sparking a little bit of inspiration, because it's easy sometimes to look at this sort of stuff and go, oh, how am I gonna do something with that? And then this is what I've found with previous competitions that I've entered as well. You see someone do something insane and it's like, oh yeah, actually you really can do anything. The limit is your own imagination. So we could try warping this. I'm going to do this. Yeah, there we go. Proper crown. Push that up a bit. Something like that. There we go. I got a little crown on him. Very good. I could put a pumpkin in his face there. I think I'm going to have like smoky, glowing eyes. Hey, Hillary. No, we're not doing Dansky ones this time. Reminds me of a Canadian from South Park. Oh, what could I put in his hand? The bird could be in his hand, I suppose. Or the chains could be round something. What do I want to do with the arms? Yeah, so this bit here, you've got to watch out for like leftovers like this. You get all this sort of crap left over. Also, when compositing, massive no-no, and a mistake I see a lot is using blending modes. never use, I mean, I shouldn't say never, but 99% of the time, never use blending modes for compositing. Balance color, balance exposure, or cut things out, balance exposure, balance color, shadows, and highlights. Blending modes will literally blend things together with transparency and it will look weird. So we never ever, not for any of this early part, we're not going to go near blending modes at all. It's very tempting because you can get a quick result and you just pick a blending mode and they blend, but it's no.
No.
We don't need to be anatomically correct. What do you mean? Don't think so. I mean, if you've got a cool idea, Moosh, I don't think you're going to get me going, oh, well, the anatomy is slightly off there. That femur is in the wrong place. Disqualified. It's trying to like visualize the end result. And I'm also thinking of just turning the lands into pumpkins, but I don't know if that's a bit too silly. Just you wait. Yeah, it is tempting, the blending modes. It is tempting, but no blending modes. I'm putting my foot down. Oh, what could we do? This is going to be such an insane amount of work with the bones and the ribs. Maybe I should have gone with the castle. Oh dear. I mean, we've got his head. His head's a normal size. I feel like if we can do fire with brushes. So we could like, instead of the lower part of the mouth, have it like flaming everywhere and then flaming eyes. Maybe like a green flame or something. I could give him a pumpkin brain. And what about his hands? Are we having him tied up, or are we going to make his hands kind of go, way, wave around? I got no idea. I need a pose. What sort of pose are we going to do? And are we going to have a castle in the background? We could do. We could also have the angle work. Little castle down here. I don't know if the angle's going to work. I think it's going to look weird. Might look a bit odd. Yeah, I don't know about that. We can put heads on for exactly. We can really do anything. But it's the idea, coming up with a cool idea. Oh yeah, the dress. That was it. Yeah, I do like that idea of having like rags. How am I gonna... Oh god, that's gonna be hard. Reference images be very helpful as well. So I can contort the dress to fit the shape of the body. That's pretty easy. In fact, we can do that now. Let's get some... So yeah, where do the ribs come out? The ribs are like around here, aren't they? So I want to push the dress out there. It's just so it covers the ribs. Oh, this gets so much more complicated with a complicated grid. I think I've made my life harder. We'll go with 3 by 3. Let's try that. Actually, no, I've got a better idea. Instead of that, we can try liquefy. Let's go warp. There we go. So if you want to be able to see your image and what you're actually warping over, changes to show backdrop, behind, and then I bump the opacity up. It's not immediately obvious, but right. Oh, I've got another bloody dress behind. That's annoying. Let's see how that looks. I think that'll be alright for now. Maybe just go in and just shift some of that to kind of match the contouring a bit more. There we go. And then we're going to ragify this anyway. How am I going to do that? I need some rip brushes. So we're probably going to have it cut off here. We don't need the straps, I don't think. If I do need them, I'll bring them back in later. Another way we could do this is puppet warp as well. All right. God, this is going to be hard. How am I going to rip this? Adding rips into it. So I feel like we're going to just try sculpting it for now manually. So we're using the brush tool with a nice hardness. Definitely do not use a soft brush for shaping and sculpting. I see this sometimes. You get a fluff. If you do this, watch, you get a fluffy edge. We don't want a fluffy edge. You only want a soft edge with a hardness of 0 when you're doing shading work, shadows, highlights, that sort of stuff. If you're cutting out masking like this, you want a nice hard edge. This could work. And yeah, we'll just go there and then maybe cut into this a little bit. Come down there. We don't need to be too precise with this. We're going to need to have some some proper good looking tears as well. See if I can get like a tear brush. A couple of trying to take the head off. Oh. Poor Skeleton King. Birds have flown off with his head. I might make the bird bigger actually. I'm thinking like kind of like an Aladdin Jafar kind of thing. You know, he's got his, I don't know what it's called. He's got his bird.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh yeah.
Hey?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying the name of the bird is ooh yeah. Is that no? Zazu's the Lion King. You idiot! You're supposed to be Disney over here. Come on, Disney princess. What's the bird called? You have to look it up. Seriously.
Lago.
Largo.
Is that an L or an
Yeah,
I?
Iago.
Iago.
Iago. How do you spell it?
IAGO.
IA. The fact that you had to look that up. God. You're not the Disney princess I thought you were.
Yeah, but
No
I
buts.
never liked that parrot bird thing.
Well, it wasn't something that Izazu, was it? It's not Izazu. No Rowan Atkin. No Rowan Atkinson. I think the dress can work. That's when we would use a blending mode, or we would do blend if, but we're not even there yet. Not even close. Yeah, so we could do some blending stuff. Yeah, but we're not no, we're not going there yet. We're just literally, even though that looks rough, we're just, can this work before I dump 50,000 hours into refining this? And there's going to be lots of tears and rips and things as well. Real raggedy dress. Let's just try it, actually. I kind of need to have a reference image, really. That would really help. Yeah, I think this could look kind of cool. God, flipping out. I hope this works. Norman Bates. You could flip the dress because it's not too pronounced a shadow. I think I'll be able to work with it. I don't even know if it's going to be like a nighttime scene. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Hello from Greece. Oh, hello, Kodo.
Sagiapo. Sagiapo.
Agiapo.
Sagiapo.
Sagiapo. I don't know what she's saying.
I think that's right. I think it's I love you in Greek, but I might be I think it's I love you in Greek, but I might be wrong.
I hope so. Otherwise, you're just saying saggy apple. I don't really fancy a saggy apple.
Yeah.
Right, chains. Okay, we've got a dress. Oh, how would... Let's think back to my non-existent knowledge of dresses. Where could we put a chain on a dress? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, round sort of here or something? Like around the neck? Like a... Yeah, like a necklace. Yeah, that could work. So I'm going to use Puppet Walk for this because I don't want to actually distort the chain. So what we're going to do is put one either end, position them where I want them to go, and then one in the middle, pull it down. Whoa. Right, it's contorting in a slightly unexpected way. So we're going to have to... maybe put one there. Oh, there we go. Ideally, it's nice to have kind of one, but if whatever gets the right shape. There we go. You could hold Alter Option as well to rotate them. So this can help kind of get the right angle. So it's actually linking around the neck.
Apple.
Let's get you, pull you up there. Oh, it's tricky. Let's try that for now. Like, we'll leave it there because it's a smart object. We can always go back and edit that. You can see the difference. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go for another chain. We're going to go extra bling. Yeah. Bling, 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 bling. You're going to have another one. Yeah. Have it kind of come in a bit lower. Right, no. What I'm going to do is for the lower one, I'm going to have to grab the chain here, duplicate it, and flip it. So I've got a longer chain. So we'll do something like that. That's fine. Smart object that. And now we have a longer chain that we can actually make smaller legitimately. Then we puppet warp this. We're going to pop that there. And that one there. Whoa. There we go. We get a much better looking chain. Rather than just the same chain being scaled down. Flippin' heck. The skeletons and the chain links is going to make my life so hard. But my goodness, if I can pull this off, it'll be crazy. And when you go into this, like I go into a lot of these projects, like I don't know if I can even pull this off. So if you're looking at it and thinking, I don't know if I can even do that, just try it. Like when I did that Benny Spooky Edit War in 21, the haunted house, the bluey, purpley, reddish one, that I had never made anything even remotely close to that before. And by the end of that took me 30 hours, that entry. Like I really did work on it, but it wasn't just the entry, it was the process of going through it. Like I massively leveled up and I looked at what I'd made and was like, oh my God, this is actually insane. Like I couldn't believe I'd made it. And it was going through that whole process that gave me more confidence, but also I had to like learn so much, watch tutorials and just go through stuff. And that whole process, I like leveled up massively. It's effectively 30 hours of practice, right? Yeah, that one had loads of pumpkins. Do you know the crazy thing? I shadowed and shaded all the pumpkins in that design. I gave them all custom faces, and then I didn't even use them. I got rid of the faces, so it wasn't even part of the final design. Go one up, Mr. T. Skelly's neck. He doesn't have a neck. He's got a little bit there. His head's gone. And let's get rid of this as well. I mean, we could even just extract the spine and turn it into like a tail, a Loch Ness style tail. Just to make this even weirder. Crown. I like the crown and the chains because it's from the same image. So it feels like suitable bling. Bling, bling, bling. Let's get the angle right. Okay. You're not going to let me warp it with a mask. There we go. It can be. If you can't warp it and it's got a mask on it, just make it into a smart object again. Crown. It should come lower, actually, I think. So let's bring it lower. Yeah, maybe like this. Ooh. Do we get rid of the skull? Like the top part? God, this is some Frankenstein madness. I don't even know what that is. And then, because it's a crown, to make it look like there's something on the other side. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's just try this. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of looks a bit more three-dimensional rather than just flat. Oh, I don't know, maybe. That's like a bit more interesting, I think. Totally bizarre. And do we give him saber-tooth teeth? Why not? We've got some good teeth there. We'll just borrow one. Maybe one of these little gnashes here. Or maybe this one. There you go. I'll copy that. We got a tooth. We'll make that a smart object just before we start screwing around with it. I'm gonna liquefy this one, I think, because I can really sculpt it. Yeah, liquefy is gonna be really good here. So just changing the brush size and very carefully just sculpting it into a fang. Lovely. Make it bigger, obviously. Oh, no. Okay, right. That was because I had a liquefy on it and I scaled it up. So we'll smart object that just so when I scale it... Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it's made it the whole thing. That's fine. We'll work with that for now, but we might need to change it. Yes, I like this. I like where this is going. Yeah, boy. Okay. Right, I'm going to lazily flip this around and ignore the lighting for now. Just the angle. Yeah, we can adjust the shading on that. That's kind of cool. Hey, Andrea. Golden hand. How would I do that? Oh, I've just thought as well, actually. The skeleton hands are all in the smart object. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Okay, I think I've made a bit of a mistake, but one that should be fixable. So for the skeleton, I kind of don't want to... This is like my character. I don't really want to have all these separate layers out here in the main document, and then I've got separate bones and that in a smart object. I'm going to need them all, ideally, in one place or the other. Because if I want the arm to come in front of the dress, I can't, because this is in a smart object. So how am I going to do this? Oh, I think I'm going to bring... I think I'm going to bring the skeleton into the main document. So we'll select the layer there. And we'll bring him in. This will make sense in a second. I'm going to have to scale it up. I hope this is the right play. Let's move that down. There we go. And then we just need to take Skeleton's head off. Move him into position with his teeth. And yeah, I think this is going to work. It just gives me the flexibility while I'm still coming up with the idea. But you see how long it takes as well. Like yeah, over an hour already, and we're still fleshing out the idea. I promise you, the idea and solid retouching fundamentals, the stuff that I bang on about in the Photoshop courses, that is the stuff that is going to make just the biggest difference to your entry. I promise you. It's the stuff that when I started like doing it properly in my work, like you've probably seen me work on this sort of stuff over and over again. I'm always using the same techniques. It's always the same techniques, but just practicing those techniques over and over again. So you get really, really good at them. You get very familiar with that process.
Have you seen what your mum's put in the Discord?
Oh, God. Flippin' heck. What's she put in the Discord?
Please be rude. Please be not rude.
Please be at rude to
As
dance.
rude.
As rude. Ski will love it. Yeah. As Andrea is saying, oh no, I'm going to have to stop trolling you now. No, I think the trolling is going to get worse, Andrea. I think that everyone's... Right, I'm going to put her... So she won't even know what's happened. Oh my God, I'm going to time her out. She won't know what's...
Don't
She
do
will...
that.
She will not know
No.
what's happened. Hang on, how do I time her out? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Time out. Yeah, take that, Mum. You're in my domain now. I'm the overlord here in the Discord. Oh, that's funny. No, not bald yet. It's so nice to have short hair again. Okay. This is going to be so flipping hard, but really cool. I like this hand more. So we're going to bring this hand out of the dress, because then I could have it holding something. And some of the ribs are poking out here as well. So let's get rid of them. So it's kind of looks like it's all contained under the dress. What's he going to be holding? The raven? Pair of scissors? I don't know. What other images have I got? Could make it a big... We could make it a big raven. A big bird. I don't know. I'm not sure. I do quite like it on the shoulder. What can he be holding? Let's have a look at the images again. It could be holding the Joker. The flipping Joker card. Where's the card? How am I going to stick this between his... I need to get the fingers to kind of come up a little bit. So it's like that. What's this arm here? Free pass. A free pass to abuse me, basically. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's just what I need. More abuse. Oh, what about like a little hat? Oh, we could give him a pumpkin head. Where's my other pumpkin? I've lost them. There you are. Oh yeah, that's the heart, isn't it? Oh yeah, we can't see the heart anymore. Okay, we'll have to hide or rip more of the dress. Gonna need to find like a ripped fabric brush. That would be really, really good. Hoping Vasu's got one. Oh, flipping out, yeah. Having the rags hanging off the bone, and that's gonna, it'll look insane, but it's gonna be so bloody hard. Okay. Little pumpkin head. Oh my goodness. Oh, he looks so cute. Not sure if this gives off the right vibe, having a little pumpkin head. It doesn't look as scary anymore. Hmm. Um. Right. What about like a little top hat kind of? I don't know. It's giving me like monk vibes with the haircut. I don't think that's quite what I'm going for. A golden pumpkin orb and a chain-like scepter. Oh yeah, that would make a very good scepter. The lantern image. Where is it? Oh. If the angle's right, that would make an absolutely cracking scepter. Could you hold it as an angle? I don't know. Oh, I don't know if the angle's it's a bit too top down there. What are you giggling at?
Oh, it's watching a funny video.
Hmm?
Funny video.
No. I think the castle I might put over here, I think. Rather than have it in the background. Yeah, different parts of the castle to make it look like there's one castle in the foreground, and there's parts of another castle over there. I need something down here though. And this is before even considering other ideas. Like can this look good? I mean, I am also thinking, am I technically competent to do the dress thing? Does make it a lot harder. But if I use a reference image, or if I even just use AI to generate something that can show me how a ripped dress on a skeleton would look, it'll at least give me a reference for like the shading and the lighting, and that would make things a lot easier. So if you want to use AI to like give you ideas or help you if you're struggling with the lighting or the shadows or how something should fit something else, totally fine. maybe just one arm. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's a one-armed skeleton. Let's just try that. Does that look weird? Maybe we could just add more arms. This is totally bonkers idea. I don't know if this is going to work. I was going for wings. Probably a bit too much. Hmm. Oh, that could be cool. And then have gaps through there so you can see, and then no bottom teeth. That does look kind of cool. We could even tilt. Oops. Grab the teeth as well. That does look kind of cool. Just totally throw it off on an angle. Oh, I don't know. Maybe instead of the crown, just have like a flaming skull. God, it's tricky. Don't tell me what it is, but has anyone got their idea yet? Has anyone had a play and you thought, yep, I got a cool idea? Have you got an idea yet, Pops? Not even listening, eh? She's not even listening. You got an idea?
What's my idea?
I said, have you got an idea?
For what?
What do you mean for what? The competition!
Oh! Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna win it.
You're going to win it. All right, okay. I mean, this is version 1. We've got the Halloween pumpkin island thing with wedding dress skeleton. Slightly different idea here. There is a part of me that's like, you know, it's kind of obvious using the landscape, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be in this scene. I could take this entire landscape apart, or just, it doesn't have to be in an outdoor environment. It could do anything, really. We've got some wood here. We could build something. Got some wood slats here. So we could build some steps. So that is the obvious place to have it outdoors. But what could I do if I was going to do something different? Like a Halloween snow globe, but in a pumpkin. Or have a pumpkin house with different segments in it. That would be interesting. Carve out the inside of a pumpkin and put like a little world inside the pumpkin, maybe. I need to scare the competition. Well, intimidate people. I mean, I guess if there's fewer entries, there's increased chance of winning. Let's try. Let's try using neon banana. Nano banana, not neon banana. Yeah, I've been calling it neon banana. So images. I'll whip this up in a sec. So we'll do this. Skeleton wearing a ripped, torn, ragged dress. So I've just got the skeleton and the dress, and I'm just going to see if it generates something that I could use as a reference. Obviously, we can't use this in the final edit. That would be a breach of the rules. That is not tolerated. Oh, okay. Right, a ripped, drawn, ragged, completely shredded with claw marks dress. In fact, I think I've done it too. Yeah, look, I've done it. Oh, yeah, hang on. What have I done? I've done it way too high. Yeah, the straps up there would be good. I want it completely, like as if you've been in a fight with a tiger. Better, yeah. And bottom of dress is completely torn off. So it's literally just rags left. But this is really good to sort of see how the tear marks could look. That's better. That's more like it. So let's download that. Yeah, that's really cool as a reference. So I think what I would do in this instance is I would look at certain bits like the chain, whether I keep it or not, that's fine. Pretty straightforward. So we'll hide that for a second. The Joker card, that's easy as well. Pumpkin heart. And I'll probably go back to the dress. So I'm actually going to go back a step or two. And where's my reference image? Yeah, just have the dress. Where would it be? Kind of around about here, just hanging off the shoulders. So we'll get that in the right position. And then let's just do this. So it's kind of going round. There we go. Something like that. And if we've got any skeleton peeking out from behind, we can just mask that away as well. And then the dress, I don't want it to come too low. I think maybe like this. We'll have something like that. I'm sort of feeling like a diagonal sort of rip. We could actually even just use the lasso tool to kind of do some of this. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that's all right. And then we've got our wedding dress reference image that we can go in, and I could scraggle that up. Just have loads of strands coming down, and we've got the rips as well. Could even just have it coming down in here. Have a rip coming into there. Yeah, there we go. There's a rip. Rippity rip. And maybe a big tear down here. And this is still just literally the raw idea. We have not got to anything yet. We're just seeing if this idea actually is going to look good or if it's going to be terrible. Another big rip in there. I think we'll go with claw marks. So we're going to have it like this, as if there has been like a big scratch. Old Skeleton King got into a fight with a tiger or something. I don't know. Skeleton lore. What about if we do like a really big one that exposes lots of the ribs and stuff? And then you could even have some of the ribs coming out, sticking out and in front of the dress. And then maybe like a bit like this, like a little bit of an island. Oh yeah, there's definitely potential there. It's just going to take a lot of work to get it looking right, I think. And there's going to be a lot of shadowy shading that's going to need doing. Kind of actually want this to be really rough. So having a very unsteady, almost shaky hand is going to be very handy here. See, like this bit here, it just looks way too smooth. So we're going to have to go in and just jag it up. Jag it up. Yeah, it's way too perfect. Here we go. Ruin your dress. Oh yeah, I'm pretty confident that can work. I wasn't sure, but I think that's going to look really good. I still, I mean, I still don't even know what even is this thing that I'm making. I think if you can come up with like some, not necessarily some lore, but like a bit of a story or a backstory, or like you could explain what it is. I think it makes it easier to make creative decisions. Do you know what I mean? If I could explain what am I even looking at here, you can then decide, oh, it needs to add this and that, and where's my card? Oh, do we need the skull back? The bottom part of the skull. Or is there something else we can add? Yes, Gorav. I want to see what you're going to make. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, you get Dansky playing with dresses, or you get Poppy setting fire to baguettes with sparklers. You never really know what you're going to get with a Dansky stream. I need to make a face. Let's just... I don't want to run too far ahead. Have I got any fire brushes, actually? I don't know if I've installed them yet. That's alright, we'll go and grab some. Invato. Fire brushes. Add-ons. Ooh, hello there. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh, realistic fire brushes. Yes, please. You'll like these ones, Carrie. They look good. You only get 5 as well, so hopefully they're good. I wouldn't normally... wait, what? What's my cursor gone? There we go. I wouldn't normally jump ahead to throwing brushes in, but I do need to see if this is part of the design. So let's see how these look. So we'll just stamp a few times. Oh yeah, this could look... Oh, this could look insane, actually. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that would be the idea, is he doesn't really have a jaw, but he's a flaming head. That's the idea, anyway. Definitely the top. The top definitely works. Let's just... Or, what might be better, is we give him his jaw back. And we just do fire inside. So where's his little jaw? Maybe we give him a custom jaw. There we go. Just a little jaw like that. There we go. There you go, mate. Don't you worry, son. Got your jaw back.
You're stealing Carrie's ideas.
This is my idea, boy. See, I opted for the polite one then. What instantly came to my head was, this is my idea, bitch. Come on down, be family friendly. Yeah, like, I don't know, like fire inside. It's kind of, there's like a World of Warcraft trailer from years ago. No, it's the Warcraft 3 trailer. The Warcraft 3 trailer, and there was like a demon with like fire coming out his head and like big tusks. And that was kind of the idea in my head. To jaw or not to jaw? I mean, you could have... Yeah, I think the eyes as well. Flaming eyes. There you go. Have some fire in your eyes. I think that will look pretty cool. So, I don't know. Maybe he needs a jaw. I think I need to actually go and get some reference images and like get some ideas and inspiration. In the same way that I'm just thinking about Warcraft 3. There could be all sorts of crazy skeleton demons that I could go look on Google, I suppose. Skeleton demon. I don't know. See what we get. Fire. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, what's the Warcraft 3 one? I want to find it. Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3. This dude here. Yeah, he's all like, he's a bit blurry, but he's all like lit up and green, and he's just got fire come out on top of his head. Can't think what his name is. Oh man, it's so Ah, yeah, is it this? Yeah, this dude here. That's kind of cool. More teeth. Maybe we need more teeth. Maybe we need some insane teeth. Restorize. Let's give you the most. Let's give him the most insane teeth. Lots of insane interlocking teeth. Like that. And then we could maybe make it into a smile. So we'll go warp, and then we'll go arc, we'll bend it. Like this.
Whoa.
You got lots of teeth, boy. I don't know what's happening. He might need some more jaw and mouth and stuff for that to look decent. Like
Playing panpipes.
I'll be honest, it's not the look I was really going for, okay? But there we go. Hello. It looks like I'm playing cards.
It looks like he needs to go to the dentist.
He does definitely need to go to the dentist. It's not quite the evil, villainous grin I was hoping for. Okay, that's stupid. Let's just go back to your little fangs. There we go. I mean that's kind of cool as it is, actually. I quite like that. I mean, do we even need the skeleton body? Do we just have floating flaming skull? And
Are you gonna play the promo video?
for what? The trailer course thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna.
Well, you should.
Should I?
Yeah.
All right, we can do that if people want to have a watch,
Have a dance.
have a dance,
Get your baguettes out.
get the baguettes out, innit? I've gone. No, give me a second. I will find.
blackened sky, no stars allowed. Whispers crawl from the earth's deep cracks, a ghostly choir calling back, back, back. Crows in flight, their wings beat wrong, a twisted hammer, cursed song. Monsters escape, monsters escape. Howl and scream, we cannot fly. Monsters escape, monsters escape. Under your rule we live and die.
I'll click, click, undo, but it's too late. Control Z can't save you from this fate. Rushes swirl like haunted winds. Good fights evil, but dark winds liquefy the face of fear. Drag the
Knives that glow like burning coal, they see your fear, they eat your soul. Monsters escape, monsters escape. Howl and scream, we cannot fly. Monsters escape, monsters escape. Under your rule we live and die. Howl and scream, we cannot fly. Monsters escape, monsters escape. Under your rule we live and die.
So fun. Oh, it was good fun.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was fun making that. Always forget how long it takes though. It's like picking all the clips and getting everything and finessing the edit and trying to record it all as well and sync it up and Oh, it's hard trying to visualize this. I'm really liking the flaming head thing.
I like the flaming head.
Smoking the stylus. I was just trying to visualize the end result, how it's going to look. Oh, I don't know. Just having that as the background feels a bit too easy. Just plonking the background there. I feel like I need to carve up the mountains and the hillside and make something different. So we'll do a little checkpoint. We'll go version 3. I want to try and get this bit done before charging ahead, because if I then, like, if the foundation's not quite right, I'm going to end up making loads of work for myself. So let's... Got that song in my head now. Monsters ski. Right. We've got lots of lovely hillside here. So let's try grabbing said hillside. Minus the water. And we'll just see what we can make. You'd be amazed what you can do with stuff like this if you just grab bits of landscape and flip it around. Send a bit behind here. Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Even there, just obviously if we get rid of that little bit of water, we've just like basically made like a valley almost. Let's mask you out. Monster ski. Ding, 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 ding. Also, is anyone playing Battlefield 6? Just putting it out there. Kerry, if you're still there. If you're not up to mischief on your digger, are you playing Battlefield 6? Andrea, Battlefield 6? Are you playing? Just, I'm getting quite good at sniping now. Just putting it out there. Yeah, this could be very interesting. So there we go. We've got like a nice kind of little sort of bowl shape. Could we put more of this in the background? We don't want to use too much of the same area because it will just look copy and pasted. But we got more landscape over here, so we could grab that and we can then throw that in the background. Maybe something like that. Oh, are you playing Battlefield, are you? Oh yeah, look, there we go. That's stitched pretty nicely. You're stuck on Pokemon. Very good. Wait, is that the new one? On the Switch 2 or whatever? I didn't even know that'd come out. Yeah, we could try some rule of thirds here. We could divide this up into 3 and then we could have the sort of horizon line. Could do something there. Could really... What if we squish this? Oh, I got an idea. If we curve this up, like something like this, really accentuate the curvature. Maybe not that much, but if we do something like that, and then flip it round. Obviously, it looks symmetrical at the minute, but we can go and adjust it after. And just make something totally different. And then we've got skull face with his little teeth. Hey, doo-doo. I mean, we could make it bigger. Really big. Have the floating, flaming skull of doom or something. You can see how easily you could just go from one idea to another. And then where's the lake? Maybe I'll just add the lake back in somewhere. I don't know if the skull's too big there. That it's quite sort of pixelated. I could paint over it. But it's kind of like what is the idea here? Like, where are we? Are we in some crazy valley? I mean, we could be in like a green version of like hell or something. So like all these rivers could be like green, and I could add green fire everywhere. What other images have I got? What can I dump into this landscape? We could go castle. We could go full castle. So where is my castle? Lost it. Has it gone? Yeah, so we could. See what I would... Oh, a castle there would look really cool. Let's I've got an idea. I got an idea, Flaming Skull. We're gonna just put you to the side for 1 minute. I'll call you Flaming Skull. What we could do, if we wanted to have a castle, you could plonk this one in, but what I think I might do is cut out all the pieces and then Frankenstein a completely unique castle. So if we were to just take this turret, for example. Photoshop's not doing the best job cutting it out, but that's fine. We could try and turn this into a completely different castle. So we have our little turrets. I think they're called turrets, aren't they? At the back. And then we'll have some bigger ones towards the front. We need a castle wall and some hedges, which we've got here. So let's see if we can grab some of this crap. There we go. Very nice. Okay, maybe we have to make the castle a bit smaller. And these two, they will go smaller like this. And then what other bits of castle have we got? Yeah. Yeah, we could build something completely custom there. Ooh, okay, big file. Oh, okay, PSB it is. It's like a larger file format, but castle ski. Is it good, Moosh? Is the new Pokemon good? I've not played a lot of the modern ones, but I still like there's one that's like Let's Go Eevee, and it's kind of like the OG Pokemon, but it's just got nicer, more colourful graphics. I absolutely loved playing through that again. Because that taps back into my childhood playing, like, what was it? I think Red. I think I had Red and my brother had Blue when we were little. And it's just like a remake of that, but slightly modernized. Oh, I don't know about the castle. This looks a bit shite. What about a pumpkin crater? A pumpkin has crashed into the ground. So something like this. And then I can kind of fit it to the landscape, which would be quite nice. Pumpkin spaceship? I don't know. Falling pumpkins? Not entirely sure. pumpkin bling. Pumpkin in a wedding dress. Oh, I think I'm going to be working on this quite a lot this week. So that was the original Castle in the Lake, which I do like that. That is cool. I feel like I want to push the creativity just a bit more than just using the background image as it is. I want to do something to it a bit more. That's quite fun. Yeah.
Whoa, pumpkin.
I thought you were going to walk into the studio like that.
Nearly. Oh. Okay. Oh no.
Oh, it is good. Okay. Oh, thank you, Akil. About 20 plus something years. I forget. Photoshop since I was about 17, so that's... How many years is that? I don't even know. 22 years. How old am I now? 39 next month. But yeah, I started with Photoshop back in the day. But then it was graphic design, logo design, back in the day when I was a young lad. Oh, there's Arthur Morgan again. When I was a young warthog. Yeah, I've always just been interested in doing loads of stuff, like everything. I just like experimenting with new things. New things. Giant crow with smoky eyes. That would be rather tasty. Yeah. I do think a simpler idea that is well executed is gonna score more points, proverbial points. I was just thinking of having like a wooden sort of perch and then a raven on it. Something, but then I thought, oh, that'd be quite simple. But if it was executed well, I think it would be really good. So the technical, and obviously it's me as well. So the technical execution, like, is going to be really important. We could do a... Ooh, that would be kind of cool. I don't know how I'd do it. Have skeleton ruins. Like, almost like, you know, like archaeological bones, but they're sort of like scattered around, but then kind of blended into the landscape, like moss. Almost like the bones have shaped the landscape. Now that is going to be quite challenging, but... as we sometimes say in England, worth a punt. So how am I going to do this? How are we going to do this, Dan? We need a bone. So let's grab a... whatever this bone is. I'm not a scientist. I'm not of the bone expert. So then we'll just add a bone in there. I can't remember if a femur bone is your leg or your arm. So we'll just stick a bone there. Oh goodness, this is going to take a long time. What have you done, Dan? What on earth have you started here? Or is this a femur? Okay, we've got a leggy bone here. Let's just copy that, Just get a few bones. Got a pelvic bone, I know that. See, I'm not completely useless. There we go. Got some bones. That could be like an ear, couldn't it? Yeah. We'll grab some ribs. Why not? I'd love some ribs, like pork barbecue ribs. Oh, it'd be so nice. Poppy, I want ribs for dinner. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So, yeah, we have some ribs. I could put that there. I don't know where this this bone's gonna go. Stick it like sort of here. And then we got a pelvic bone that's just there because, I don't know, why not, I guess. So we could have some bones and ribs and things strewn about. I'm not entirely sure what the idea is, though. It still comes back to, like, what are you actually doing? Hey Eli, how's it going? Yeah, I think you're right, Mirish. I think it's just things are just going to change. Things are always changing, you know. Things are evolving and changing. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and there is, I don't know, there is part of me that wonders if, I mean, when everything becomes AI, the video you watch, the music you listen to, the designs, that everything becomes AI. I don't know about you, but I'm going to get bloody sick of it. It's like, oh my goodness, can you just come and interact with a human? Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like people are going to crave that human connection more. Like, can you imagine if all of the being like creators and things are AI? Like, I wouldn't watch someone knowing that they're not a real person, because you can't really truly connect with someone, you know. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Even when you're working on a logo or project or something, it's you get to work with people. And it's like a collaborative effort. Yeah, I know a lot of people that are sick of it. And these AI videos as well, some of them, I gotta be honest, some of them are bloody hilarious. They are so funny. But there is something weird about it, right? There is something that is just unsettling. Because when you can't tell what is or isn't real, like, whoa. Oh, is that for me? No. I thought it was for me. When you can't tell what is or isn't real, you know, then, yeah. Sorry.
Kids have acquired popcorn.
I got distracted by popcorn. In clandestinity. In clandestinity. What on earth is that? That's a flippin' awesome word. You have to prove you're not AI when you post something. I mean, it depends. Like, if I don't know, I guess everyone's different. Like, if I posted something and someone said it's AI, I'll just say, well, no, it's not. Then, you know, who are you anyway? Like, okay, cool. Whatever. Like, I've got all the design files. Like, if I needed to prove anything, not that I would really care, but, yeah. Yeah, people say a lot of things, but it's not always worth listening to. That's the lesson I've learned. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Hillary. AI is the Walmart brand, and Real Human Designers will always be the luxury brand. Nice, yeah. We are desirable. Whenever I tell them someone I'm a graphic designer, they start making fun by saying AI gonna replace you. I mean, yeah, but you know, I mean, you know, it's just a bunch of cackling hyenas, really, isn't it? You know. You know, if you're saying you're going to be a designer and, you know, people are just laughing at you and saying you're going to be replaced, I mean, it's just, to me, it's just a bit of a silly thing to say, really, isn't it? At least in my opinion. Ooh, that looks quite... Oh, yeah, this looks kind of cool. Ooh, it's like an eye. Like an eyeball lake. We could actually make this smaller. Now I've filled out the bottom part. Could even offset it like this and turn it into a completely different thing. Yeah, change your circle. I mean, the thing is, the sad truth is there are unfortunately a lot of people that want to tear you down, because when you spread your wings and you fly and you get higher and rise up and you know, live your life, a lot of people don't actually like that, even if they sort of say they, you know, they support you. Because when one person starts flying, a lot of other people can look at it and it highlights how they're not flying and they're just stuck, or they're miserable, or they're not going anywhere. And when you start going somewhere, exactly, Rue, you know, sometimes it can make people subconsciously want to pull you down, you know, because you're flying the nest. And they don't want to see you fly the nest. They want you to stay in the nest with them because it validates them, rather than highlight the fact that they're not doing anything with their life, or they've wasted their life, and seeing you fly is causing them pain. So you should probably just stay here and don't dream too big, because you'll shine a spotlight on how I've wasted my existence. Say again? You want to see us fly?
I want to see everyone fly.
Pops, can I put an order in for some peanut butter and toast? Please. I've barely eaten anything today. I asked AI for fun to make that logo about the sustainability and repurposing brand, and it gave me a penguin bursting out of a banana. There we go. Job done. Everything's fine. Oh yeah. Get rid of negative people. Just delete negative people from your life. Energy vampires, whatever you want to call them.
How many toasts do you want?
One, please. Okay, thank you. Do you remember the association with fast food and AI, Dan, the one I showed you? Ah, no, I can't. I've got too many things in my brain, but please do remind me. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know. But then it's remember, I said this before, NFTs. Remember how quick they came and went? So I don't know. It's hard to know what's going to happen. I mean, imagine if they like regulate AI, or they put like, they ban it, or who knows? Like, who knows what's going to happen? And could you even put the genie back in the bottle? if you tried, you know? Yeah, I can't look you in the eye and get you, no. And I'm an idiot, so I'd like to see AI try and replace that level of unpredictable idiocy. Ha! I'd like to see AI try and replace the fun we have. Ha! Not gonna happen. Right, this is a lovely little landscape you've cobbled together, Dan, but what the bloody hell are you doing, mate? I mean, we could have skeleton again, but back in the landscape. The weird lake is kind of throwing me off. Unless I'm going to have something front and center. Oh, a giant pumpkin. I don't know. Just do what you love. Yeah, just do what you love. But conversely, like, there are people who genuinely want you to win. So, you know, and it's a very good indication of who is a good friend. You know, when you start absolutely crushing it and winning and becoming successful, whatever that looks like to you, whether it's, you know, learning a new skill or financially or just living your dream or whatever it is, you'll start to find out who your real friends are real quick. It sounds cheesy, but they're the ones that lift you up. Whereas the other ones, the phonies, they want to tear you down. Also, this castle is going to go here in this one. So let's cut you out. Oh, that sits quite nicely there. I still got no idea what I'm doing, but that does... It's like a castle by the lakeside, which is lovely, but it's meant to be Halloween, Dan. This isn't really very scary. I don't think doing a lovely little landscape was part of the brief, really, was it? Hillside Castle. Bones. God, bloody hell, this toast is taking a long time, isn't it? Goodness me. Someone's not getting 5 stars. This is like 1-star service. I bet when she comes over, I bet she's going to be rude as well. I bet she's going to, like, say something mean to me. You watch. She does this. Everyone thinks that she's lovely and sweet. But she's really, really, really mean to me. Not even like Andrea level mean, like really mean. Like, the trolling is unreal. I'm sorry we have to whisper, but she might hear me. Oh, I think she's coming now. So yeah, that's what we would use the pen tool for, and mask the selection. Anyway, side-eyed. My best friend told to a common friend that I did bad changing to graphic design because I was too old for that. When I told her what I decided to do in my life, instead of being cheerful, she told me, "You know, I've always loved graphic design." Not with a happy face. Oh, really? So what? So you saying that that's what you were doing kind of highlighted how she had sort of felt like she'd missed that opportunity to really do what she wanted to do in life. Yeah, she's holding me on Stitch Hillary. I need help. SOS. SOS. Ever since I was 10 years old, I was told that I couldn't be a designer and art has no career. 25 years later, and I'm laughing at them. I've been in the game since I was 17. Psh, to the haters. God, people talk a lot of shit, don't they? People say a lot of words, but yeah, they're not always very wise or knowledgeable, are they? Something I always say to my kids, and I mean it in the most caring way possible, is talk less, listen more.
Talk less, smile more.
No, that's Hamilton. That's this. Oh, finally! God, thank you.
I put cinnamon on it and pumpkin seeds.
Whoa! All right, that is definitely not us. That's very... Hang on. Does that...
Where's a spoonful?
I'm gonna like tip this onto the pen display now. Hang on. So that's peanut butter with cinnamon. Cinnamon? Does that go? And pumpkin seeds? Timid. Does that... That is very well spread.
I know. That's why it took so long.
Mmm.
Hello.
It's toast ASMR.
Is it good?
Mmm.
Oh, where's your hair gone?
Mmm. Joe stole it. Apparently. That is actually really good.
Yeah, you would put.
Peanut butter and cinnamon.
Yeah.
A lake of bits and bones. May take it away from Dansky's Airbnb. Come stay at my castle. Sorry, everyone's hungry. I've only had porridge today and a handful of stolen popcorn. On toast, yeah. Even with a few pumpkin seeds.
It's sourdough.
Uh-huh. I do like the ribs and the bones, the idea of the bones in the landscape. I could try and bury the skeleton and then use the texture from the hillside and blend that over the bones to make it look like they're mossy and rocky. But there isn't like a focal point. Like the composition, it's kind of like there's nothing that's really... The castle's going to be sort of set back a bit more. But what is the main thing? Unless we just jam some giant pumpkins into the landscape. Hide the bones and the skull could be looking for them. I love that. Yeah, how would skeleton look? I was just thinking about having like half of the skeleton in the landscape. Like if I were to, where's my stylus gone? If I were to try this. I just focus on taking like half. Ooh, this could look pretty cool. So if we Just, oh yeah, we don't want a soft brush. We're going to go around this. Yeah, so what I might try and do for the next stream is try and fully flesh out the idea itself. And then, you know, hopefully if you've got an idea, you'll be able to kind of get it sort of roughly like this as well. And then we'll start the compositing, I think maybe on the next stream. So if you are doing your own entry, you can sort of follow along with your own idea, if that makes sense. Let's do this, and then we're going to warp it. And if you're in Photoshop First Class, please go back to Module 6. The first, well, actually, no, all of Module 6 with the water guitar is just like the fundamentals. That's the stuff I'm talking about that you want to master. You master that sort of stuff, and just your result will instantly level up, like by 50 billion somethings. Yeah, that could be kind of cool. It's like half a skeleton in the landscape, landslide. Nope, I've lost the ability to speak. More bones. Let's make these ones a bit bigger. There we go. Lots of bones. We like bones, don't we? We can have another. We can have a bone sticking out of the landscape, because why not? I guess. There we go. Another bone here. And this one can be, again, just half buried in the hillside for no apparent reason. There we go. I mean, we could actually literally put bones and skeletons everywhere. But there still isn't a focal point, because these will be blended into the landscape. But what are we actually looking at? I think I need to find some reference images, mostly for composition, because I want to get that right. You don't want to be going back and changing the composition when you get like right into the process. Is it looking sexy? Is it, Raquel? That lake? It's looking rather alluring. Oh no, don't rethink it, Kerry. If you've got an idea, mate, you run with it. I'm exploring loads of ideas. This thing here, that might not even get used. I'm sure lots of people are going to do skulls and use the skeleton prominently, and I think putting the dress on the skeleton is going to be a very popular idea. But again, it's going to come down to like the technical execution and those fundamentals that I keep squawking about.
Your chair is stuck on the Brazilian nut packaging.
Oh yeah. What Brazil nuts? I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely not those ones covered in chocolate. No, no, no. I mean, we could go flaming skull. I mean, that could be kind of cool. Flaming skull. I've lost my body parts. And then this would be like in focus. In fact, if someone, because I'm still experimenting with lots of ideas, if someone does have an idea and you're like, oh, please, Dan, don't take it or don't copy it, just message it to me in a DM. Just send me your idea, what you're thinking in a DM. And then I will consciously try to stay away from it. Floating skull. I mean, that would look pretty cool. I think this would look really cool, and you could have this like have like a really nice depth of field. The only problem is the skull's it's very pixelated because I'm scaling it up so large. So having it as a focal point means that I'm going to have to make it look decent. I'm going to have to really add lots of texture to it, redraw some parts, just so you can't really see the pixelation. Which is fine. Even the teeth as well, you know, the bony teeth. They're not that complicated. I think I could probably paint some in there. And brush over and smudge some of this pixelatedness here. You see, so you can't see the pixels. It might give the whole thing a slightly more artistic flavour, but that's fine. Has he still got his crown? I mean, that would look kind of cool. That would look cool. He's lost his bones and he's just floating around as an evil skull. I mean, the castle could go over here, so I'm not covering Skullface up too much. I want him to... Could move Flaming Skull down a bit. There we go. Proper hillside castle. This looks like a bit of a bridge, actually. That wasn't intentional, but it actually does. Oh, wait. Oh, that'd be cool. Could actually try and make that look more like some sort of bridge. And put it in the water. Oh, that could be kind of cool. What do you reckon to that, Pops?
Yeah.
You just saying yeah. Okay, if I go 1, 2, and 3, there's version 1. You know, floating island with floating ghost skeleton bride thing. There's that one with flaming monster of the lake. I don't know what we call it. And then we've got flaming skull, graveyard, landscape, poor Airbnb experience. What would you go for? 1, 2, or 3? So that's 1, 2, and 3.
Eli asked a question.
Let me have a look.
A question, you say?
I have my idea sketched out. Excellent. Are we only to use the pics that are in the file? No Adobe stock. No. You're only allowed to use those 10 images. Only those 10. But you have to use a minimum of 5. So if you don't want to use a pumpkin, for example, or you don't want to use a skeleton, that's fine. As long as you use 5 of the 10 images provided, that's fine. But no, you can't add additional images. So that is the challenge, is trying to, as you can see what I'm doing here, be as creative as you can with the limited image set. But it's a kind of a really good test of creativity as well. There's so many infinite ways that you can chop up these images. Like you could take all these ribs, for example, cut all these bones out, and you could make a little bone hut in the middle of the lake with bones as the struts holding it up, and you could do anything. You really can. Yeah, what we got for 3 at the minute? 1, 2, 3, 3 images. Yeah, I could add some other stuff in. Easy peasy. Just add a pumpkin off in the distance. Two, 3, 1 in that order. Okay. Kerry, I nearly put a red shoe as one of the images. Oh, excellent, Eli. Hmm?
We nearly did a dig.
We nearly did a digger as well. I just couldn't find a good image. We went for chainsaw, we went for Hoover, but we just couldn't find really good images.
You're just always on our mind, Kerry.
Isn't that a song? You're always on my mind. Yeah. Carrie. Carrie. Ooh, I didn't mean to make you cry. That was that video you showed me yesterday. Bird on a bone. Yeah, I want to get the bird in there somewhere. That'll be easy then. I just have the bird resting on something. You doing your crow impression. That is really good. I can do a dolphin. Is that a dolphin?
Yeah.
Or some sort of other weird animal? Oh my god!
Is that Roo?
No, it's the chunk. Wait,
No, that's Roo.
it's Roo! Hey, what are you doing here? You okay? You snuck up then, didn't you? Big goose. Cat ASMR. Yo, what do you think? What do you think to my idea? I do like this. I do like it. Oh yeah, this could be really cool actually. This one. I feel like I could make this good. And I like the fact that the skull is sort of pixelated because it would challenge me to do a bit more manual painting brushwork. That's something I'm not as good at. I always lean on my Photoshop ability rather than any kind of, you know, more traditional artistic talent or skill because there is a lot less of that. So it'd be a good challenge to actually brush in, do like a bit more brushwork and get a little bit more artistic with it. The castle in the background, we could do some like little lights. So there's the lights are on and maybe someone is home. Blending this into the landscape would be super cool and this would look great. It would be so easy as well. Having bones just covered in moss and dirt and gravel. That would be really cool. Yeah, and now there is like the floating skull. There is like a composition. There, yeah, I do like that composition. You can see the way it curves up at the sides as well. It's almost like framing. It's like running around the skull, so it's kind of framing it. And the sky, that's really nice. We could, if we're going with like a maybe a darker nighttime vibe with green flaming fire, we could have a green sky as well. Kind of like a similar color palette to the Monster Ski video. Hey Paul, how's it going? Are you going to enter, Paul?
Paul's got to enter.
Paul's got to enter. This is a different Paul.
Oh, well, he's got to enter too.
Yes, it doesn't matter. If your name's
Paul.
Paul, everyone who
Paul.
all the Pauls have to enter. This is the law. Ottilia, you have to enter as well. I'm just going to pick on everybody in the chat now. You have to all enter.
Literally everyone.
Yeah.
Just enter, even if it's not good. Just enter. You never know. Never know.
What about chains? I mean, the chains, I could wrap them around some of the bones. So they could become... That's a really easy way to get them in. The Joker card. How do I get that in? Oh, the Joker card. That could just be like floating in the wind. Could have an arm coming out. Oh yeah, this could be really cool. What other images have I got to work with? Tools. We got some belt buckles and bits and pieces here that we could attach. Pumpkin. Door. We could add a little door in the turret over there if I needed to crowbar an image in. Oh yeah, we got the crow as well. So we got 1, 2, 3. I want to get the Joker card in there. I really do. There's part of me that just wants to do an Alice in Borderlands themed one,
Oh,
just
it's
because
so
I just love Alice in Borderlands. The Joker card.
If
Get
you
in.
haven't watched Alice in Borderlands, go watch it. It's so good.
There is part of me that just wants to jam the Joker card in the water as if it's coming up out the water. But I guess that's less Halloween and more.
With the lasers in the back.
I know, yeah, that's what I did for Crash Before Saving. I had the lasers in there. Oh, that's a good idea. Go on then. Start a poll. Will you be entering the design competition? Yes. No.
Maybe.
Maybe. Not sure. You don't get a not sure. It's a yes or a no. Warren! Warren! Warren has arrived. Warren's got to enter.
Warren is so great. We love you, Warren. Warren is our mate. You.
That's a good question. No text. In the rules, it doesn't say anything about adding text. And I think, seeing as you can work with brushes and tools and stuff like that in Photoshop, if you want to go and add text, because you might add text to a design. You know, I could go and add a plaque with some text here. So I think if you want to add text, you can go and add text. As long as it's made with the tool set in Photoshop, I think that makes sense. That's fine.
Text is cool.
Text is cool. And you might have like a plaque or something or a thing that you want to add words to that is part of the scene. We've got text here anyway. So yeah, I think text is fine. Yeah, have a skeleton hand.
That skull nut you made.
Hmm?
I love that skull nut you made.
You like it?
Yeah.
Why do you like it?
Because it puts the green air.
Fire.
Fire.
That's not air, kid. Oh.
Fire.
Aw.
Hello.
Do you remember? That's so good.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Had his
very
name in the
funny.
Video as a little skeleton.
Oh, it's licking me.
That's a perfect one. Right, Eli.
Oh goodness. God, what have I done? He's attacking me now. Raquel says hi, Eli. Moose says, "Hey, kiddo. Hey, kid. How you doing?" God, it's gonna come back. What's your idea, Kerry? Or message it to me. Yeah, if you could get the fingers to have it in the right position to hold the card, you could chop all the fingers up and then stitch them together. Why are you still here? See, this is why you should never acknowledge the children. Just ignore them as if they're not even there.
Hello.
No, Eli.
You grab the face and you move the face away from you.
Eli.
Yeah.
There's someone called Eli in the chat. Same name as you.
What's this kid doing?
Don't go to Elijah.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, the flaming skull. Hey, you go for it. You go for it. I'm sure if your flaming skull will look different to this, and I might not even do this idea. You do whatever you are going to do. But remember, it's all about technically executing it really well. This idea is really growing on me. See, making me paranoid now. What is going on?
Oh.
So annoying. You have no idea.
Do you have the cable
Oh God, he's talking to me.
put on my controller?
Hi, kid.
Of my PlayStation controller.
I've got no idea where it is. What are you getting him to say? Why is Mummy sending you over here? I feel like Mummy's causing mischief. No, don't lick me. Otherwise, Dan used flying headbutt.
You're flying.
It was super effective.
Daddy, you're a flying skull.
I am a flying skull. That is what I'm sometimes known as.
He's dancing.
Dan, the flying skull. It's just never ending. It's relentless.
Baby.
Go back to the shadows from whence you came.
How dare you say that to my son?
You cannot.
How dare you say that to my son?
Come on, get out.
God.
Oh my goodness, what have I started? This is your fault. You started this, Poppy. It's totally her. Okay. Well, 74% yes. Excellent. Fantastic. That's Dan demonetized. Attacking the child. It's alright. It's a new type of parenting. It's like physical. I'm a hands-on kind of dad. Pumpkins. Let's get them in there. If we've got bones in the landscape, let's have pumpkins as well. This bit as well could make some really... Oh, that could be quite a nice texture. Ooh, that sort of fits the landscape quite nicely.
Make sure the cat doesn't get
It's obviously going to end up being covered in like moss and stuff. Oh, that's a crumble meow, that is. Crumble!
Who's still got room?
Come on, sausage. Whoa! Got the other one now. Big baby. Oh no. Dan demonetized. Bite him, Raquel. Bite him. He would never, this one would never bite me.
I think he meant the kid.
Oh, right, not the cat. Oh. It doesn't matter. She's trying to get something in this household to bite me. It's all the same. It's all right. We'll give Raquel a timeout, won't we?
No.
Yes, we will. Right, you can sit there. Just no, good. Just, there you go. Just stay there. All right. Just don't put. Get your head off the microphone, you donut. Right, where's my other pumpkin gone? I've lost it. There we go. Oh. Where are you going, Crumbs?
Dan,
Yeah, the pumpkin's pointing inwards is cool. Yes, hello.
what are we going to have for dinner?
That is an important question. You going already? You've only just... Oh, fine. Screw you. Screw you. See if I care. Fine. I've got cat hairs everywhere now. What is this circus? Right, there we go. Pumpkin. So we'll have lakeside pumpkin. Now, I still need to work on the lore for this. I don't know why there's a giant pumpkin. I'm going to have to figure it out. But you can, like, this is a really good way to fit things into the landscape. If you want to, like, Frankenstein your landscape, you see the geometry here? Just kind of work it around the existing geometry. So I'm just going to go around here. And then what about here as well? Something like that. And it just makes the whole thing look more believable, as if before we even start compositing and all that nonsense, we're actually just fitting the pumpkin into the landscape. Also, if you are thinking of having a pumpkin in your design, I would highly recommend pumpkin carving. There's loads of tutorials on YouTube, and it can be quite fun because you really can just get the pumpkin and like draw the face and the mouth and then cut it out and light it and illuminate it from inside. But drawing the actual face and expression is quite fun. Sorry, are we keeping you up? This is a good question. What is for dinner? I don't know. Got castle. Castle! Mountains in the background. I feel like... so... I think I need to have the mountains separate. So let's just make a quick selection of the mountains. And I'm going to... I'm going to cut them like this. I'm going to paste them in. And how's this going to work, Dan? Make them larger so they kind of come up a bit. Ooh, I'm going to need to separate the sky as well. So we got sky, mountains, landscape. Cool. So then this goes up there. The mountains are here. And then I can bring the mountains up a bit higher. Just so they're kind of coming up above Monsieur Skullface. Let's try that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Just so you can see them, and then I could have a moon or something if I wanted. Yeah, that does look cool. Now, this... in theory, this is still in line with the rules. You can't use generative fill to generate things, but you can use it to fill areas. So if I want to select this, go gen fill. It's a tricky line with AI, but one of the things with gen fill that's very useful is removing things. I don't know. This is more the same process, but it's just getting it to generate. But I'm not writing a prompt or anything. See, that could be a problem. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to keep it more to using it to remove stuff, because that has generated like an entire thing even without a prompt. So yeah, I think generative fill, I think we'll keep that just removing certain bits. Oh, I'll catch you later, Raquel. Yeah, so the way using gen fill, I think is more like this, Kea. So if you didn't like these few rocks here, you can just go gen fill, not use a written prompt, just generate, and then it will like remove the rocks and smooth them out. Because GenFill is a very, very useful way of just like cleaning things up and removing bits and stuff like that. You see, it just does that. Whereas for me, there's a big difference between that use of GenFill, which is really useful, more of like a, I don't know, what would you call it, like a utility use of AI, versus it just generated an entire field, you know. So I know it's a very difficult line, because then there's loads of other features. There's loads of features that are powered by AI. So it's a tricky line to walk, but that's what we did last year. That was the rules that we had last year, and we didn't have any problems. So, you know, I think we will stay away from generating full fields. But I think just if you wanted to just, you know, cover up patches of land or something, that's okay. Oh, I don't know if it's too high now. It's trying to get the mountains in the right position to sort of balance it. So kind of because this hill slopes up here, having a bit more of the mountain on this side sort of offsets it. How do you do that, please? Which bit specifically? Do. How do you clean up with that tool? So if you wanted to just clean up a bit, like this bit here, for example, if you didn't like this road, or even this, I don't know what this blue thing is here. Say you don't like that blue thing, you could just select this here and go edit, generative fill, leave it blank. Don't write a prompt, because writing prompts will generate things, and that's against the rules. The reason I've allowed that tool is because you've got tools like the remove tool, which is again powered by AI, and it more or less does the same thing. You know, in that you just brush over an area and it will use the same generative fill features to do the same thing. So, in fact, I think I will do that actually. So it is a bit of a grey area, but that's the sort of line that we did last year, and it worked pretty well. So yeah, I think using GenFill to remove things from an image is fine. As long as it doesn't generate like additional images, you know, prompt or no prompt. Because that circumvents the challenge of using... That's all right. Yeah, it circumvents the challenge of sticking to the required images. We could put doors in the pumpkins. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to need to have a think on this. I could try something, actually. I'm just going to try and just see how it looks with the camera raw filter, because I want to see what it will look like if the skull was in focus and the background was blurred. Blur. Okay. So this is cool because you can actually brush in where the blur is. So we're effectively, we're effectively brushing in the depth of field, and then we're brushing in the areas in focus here. Although I've kind of ballsed it up there. So I just kind of want to see how it'd look if I threw it all out of focus. So the areas that are like closer to yellow are more in focus. The orange areas are kind of medium focus. And then the purple areas like this are completely out of focus. So we'll just do this for now just to see how it looks. Oh, I think it could look cool. Yeah, and it's trying to imagine it as well. Like, it's tricky at the moment because there's so much going on at the minute. But I've got to remember that these bones are going to be very much blended into the landscape. So they're not going to be as prominent. So they won't be fighting for attention as much. I mean, something else we could do is instead of the skull, we could do like a massive castle coming out of the lake. Then have like a light in the castle. And then we could have a couple of people down here with a flashlight, like wanderers wandering towards the castle on a quest in search of the castle. I don't know.
I don't know.
So many things to think about. And then on top of the castle, you could have little lanterns where we could use the green fieriness. Oh my goodness. So many ideas. I need to go and look up some of my other bits of work and just inspiration for ideas. Maybe Halloween art or designs or... I don't know. Oh, just stuff to get inspired by, I think. Even for styles and colours and... Yeah. So that's probably what I would do, is build like a board of ideas and inspiration. It could be colour, style, just a tone. Yeah, this is cool. Right, I think we'll leave it there for today. Has anyone got any questions before I go about the competition or just any techniques or anything in general? By the way, if you would like to join the competition, just go to dansky.com and then scroll down to the section where it says community. You can join the Discord. All the rules and the images, everything is inside the Discord community. Okay, I just saw that banana penguin. It's fantastic. But yeah, there's 2 weeks, or 2 weeks yesterday, to join. Right, we need to get some dinner.
Dinner.
Oh, right. Amazing, everyone. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you on the next stream later in the week. Yeah, what she said. Bye.